welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're playing a 5-point match on a Backgammon Hub against Superstar. So good match to my opponents. I assume I'm playing 20 and 8. I mean, there's other options, but I don't want to leave myself too exposed. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 22 and entering with a 3 and then playing 13-8 is also a play. Shoot, he has a cube already. Yeah, he should cube that. He's got 9 in the zone, and he's split, and I'm up on the bar, and he has his 5-point. So that's enough of an edge there. But he can even double. He can even double this, even though I'm not up on the bar. I assume this is still a take, although it might be a little close at this point. Okay, I'm doing well now, decently. Okay, now I'm winning. Should be pretty aggressive with the recube, 5 away, 5 away in non-gammonish positions, but obviously I don't have enough yet. Yeah. Okay, so this is a shot. Distribution looks nice this way. Obviously a bunch of options there. Okay, yeah, this looks a little suspicious to me, leaving the checker back there. Maybe he should have just put 3 guys on the 16-point like he did the next turn. Yeah, how are we doing? You're down in the race. A little problematic over here. Yeah. Okay, so we can clear the 13 pretty cleanly. I got 2 problems in the outfield, and he only has 1, although this solves one of my problems. Okay, so I'm down a couple pips, but so I'm a little loath to disengage like this, but yeah, because I have timing issues out there, I should get off the 14-point. Although I could do this. I don't like how it goes this deep, though. Okay, let's just do this. Oh, crap. Down 20. Woof. Keep a lot diverse in the outfield, maybe. Obviously going to the 4-point would be okay there also. Although I could get a checker off this turn. No. No, 2 off the top. Nice. 6. Okay. Ooh, got almost the same position. All right, I'm cubeful favorite here. I'm only down 3 pips, especially after his play. Being on roll is like worth 4 pips. I might have something, not yet. Although it's conceivable. I don't know. I'm still down 3 pips. That's a bad roll. At least I didn't cube. It feels like this to me. I'm not really sure why. It doesn't make any sense to play 6 to 2 because then they have to stack 2 guys on the 2. So that's the 4. Could be this for some reason. I don't know. 4 2. Oh, 2 2. No, 2 2 works okay. Nah, I don't know about this. Ah, okay, didn't matter. Okay, I like the aggression. Makes the 5. I anchor. I've slotted 2 points last turn, made 2 points this turn. What could be better? He's got the same structure that he had last turn. Yeah, seems like a decent play. 2, 11 squared, because nothing else is sort of good. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I should not keep this. I can actually take very deeply at the score in non-gammonish positions. Deeper than money. If there's no gammas, that is. Okay, now what? Oh, 22 to 11 maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's not a great plan because I could get attacked, but I think it's the best one I got. I mean, it keeps all this structure. Sort of tries to be a favorite. Okay, what's he gonna do? 8 to 2, 5 to 3 maybe I would play. Ugh, it works, shoot. Although actually there's other options. There is, doesn't have to attack and leave me a shot. Oh, I thought this was blocked for a second. Shoot, now I'm in big trouble. Could get gammoned. I wonder a little bit about a 6-2 where he goes after me. Because he risks losing out big in the race when the race is fairly close. He could just play like 13 to 8 or something. I mean 13 to 5. Yeah, we'll take a look afterwards. All right, well, best for the win would be this. Good gammon some though. Doesn't win very much. I don't know, a little scared of being gammoned here. He would have found some. He would have found some hit there probably. Gammons are probably pretty valuable from at the score, I would assume. Be embarrassing to still get gammoned. Good. Off on everything but 2-1, I believe. Good. Okay, 2 to 2. So it's going to be 3 away, 3 away. Where we should be pretty aggressive with the initial cube, especially when the opponent is not going to have great recube potential. Like in a straight. Oh, lost my screen. Like in a straight race or something where he doesn't win very much. Not this. Get back. Join match. Good. Okay, 1-1. Like for instance, like if you're doubling aggressively in like a gammonish position, and it's getting close to a money take pass line, that means the opponent like gets gammoned a lot, but he wins a lot, which means he turns the game around a lot and gets in good recubes a lot, which isn't true in like. It's less true in like a straight race where his winning chances are around 25%. Anyways, so I got a pretty decent edge here. You wouldn't double this for money. 3 away, 3 away could justify a cube, but I think maybe it's still a little light. Would not be surprised if that's a cube at the score. And now this looks a little better now. So I am gonna double this and expect to be taken. Okay, no, he passes. Yeah, I mean if that's a pass, I guess I did miss a cube the turn before, but I probably would have taken that. This is okay. I think this is better than hitting. Locking up 2 good points. Could just make the 20 there also. Never get gammon basically. Gah. Gah. It's pretty diverse. I don't know, should I enter with a 3 and then play some 5 somewhere? C to 3. Yeah, he would have been happy to hit with this, I think. I mean, I definitely want that 1. The 2 is so bad though. It's just a 2-point board. Maybe this isn't too dangerous. Don't enter with a double, please. Okay. Okay, let's go for it now. Gah! I thought he'd cube that, given his aggressive cube one of the other games. Yeah, I'm so surprised he's not cubing this. 3 away, 2 away, you know. His position's so bad now, though. Oof. That makes it a 3. It doesn't look so bad on a dance or even a 5-6. Find some hit here. It's going to be a bunch of shots anyways. Good. Back in it. Love to put this checker to use. Yeah, like I say, it's going to be a bunch of shots anyways. All right, let's try it. Good. Can't double at this score. Ooh, I like this. This looks like it does a lot. Keep pressing. This 1 is so productive after playing the 6 there. So maybe this is better than picking up the blot. Ugh, I got punished, possibly for the wrong play. It just seems so big to fill in that point. Five. Yeah, it's weird he's not thinking about the cube here. Can actually make the 5 weirdly. Maybe that's best. I mean, I gotta win after I hit him. Obviously, there's plays that hit more. Nice. Crap, I was about to double him. Oh, now I'm getting gammoned again. What a weird game this has been. Just back and forth. I thought about doubling before hitting him with the 6-4. I think I can't lose. Hit dance should lose the market. 6-5. Just in case I hit him, I can bear on the I can bear on my 7 point a little bit. I don't think I'm saving this thing without hitting. All right, getting gammon here. It's going to be a gammon go. So two away, one away. Crawford. Gammons are super valuable for me. All right, let's gammon them. Let's gammon them. Nine. Oh, that's a good shot. He's had the structure all day. Ugh, gross. 2 down from the mid. Is that a play? Doesn't look right. Ten to 4. Ugh. Oh boy. Can't be gammoned. Got to get those guys going in the backfield. Yeah, I don't know about this. Maybe this is too exposed, but it seems to be the play that has that's closest to my winning game plan. You know, getting the backmen out. He gets to keep all my nice offensive structure. What's he gonna do with this? 2 down from the mid. Oh no, yeah, okay. What else? Hit and cover, right? Good. Ooh, this is a big cracker. It's been a weird match. And it ain't over. Checkers are still kind of alive for making the 2. If they don't do that, I don't think I want to give them direct 6s over here. It's better coverage, although he's hitting an awful lot here. I don't know what the bigger concession is. All right, I guess I'm happy with my play. I kind of had to get lucky to get there though. It's something, Alex. Hey, he's being very kind. 5-2. Okay, got decent gammon chances again, especially after that nice roll. Okay, let's flood the zone with builders, I guess. Maybe it's this because I lose 3-3. I was gonna say because it gets 1-1. Good. Ace. He's probably saving it now. It could be this. I still win a lot after getting hit. I feel like if I don't take two guys off here, not really winning a gammon very much. Although he just stays, he misses, he stays back, and then I got to waste a roll again sometimes. Okay, so maybe that's a little too optimistic, even at the score. It's a good play to watch out for. Sometimes it can be right by a good margin to volunteer like that. It's a little tough. It's a little tougher to be right against a 4-point board, though. Usually, you want to look for plays like that against two 2-point boards, sometimes 3-point boards. But I don't know. It's sort of an extreme score, so could be right in more extreme situations like that. Okay, so 11-2 or 7. Kind of like this because sort of the best available points. Escaping doesn't seem like a huge deal at the moment. Interesting. Yeah, that might have been a bit much there. Okay, I kind of don't want to recirculate the guy on his 1-point for him. Maybe I just hit this guy. You know, a little fancy. Gammons don't really help me. He really wants to get a back game going. Yeah, it's not going to really work against me. All right, 8-5, 6-4. Aww. Eight to 5, 6-4 would be funny there. That wouldn't be that bad a play, actually. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. Sort of not a great use of these checkers, but I mean, it's not like they can do anything great because he's got his he's got the 20-point made. Pops out. Looks like I'm making the 1 and going to the 14 point. 2. Don't roll a 3. Ah! Got an okay. This game is still pretty bad, but it's a game, you know. These two anchors, probably okay timing if he has to play a back game. Okay, I suppose I don't want to recirculate this guy again. Although actually the downside here is he has like forward going chances. They're pretty slim though. Huh, yeah, I don't know. Hit him on the 1 and play 16 to 11. This guy's still pretty stuck. All right, let's try not to play into his hands, although I'm not sure this is the best way to do it. It just looks like I'm improving his back game prospects a lot by hitting him. Okay, now I must hit this, or maybe this. This distribution doesn't look good either. Or this. 3s and 5s, they both cover and hit. Okay, now I suppose I'm just hitting everything. 2. You know, try to keep him busy as I bring all my checkers home. 5-5-3-3 will hit, but I like the flexibility and the fact that there's no block numbers. Ooh, just leave him 1 blot. It's also what? It's also 17 to 11. No, let's just play with 1 blot. I guess 4. I was wondering a little bit about 701. Don't roll that again, please. Good. So I don't know. I mean, you do this. I still got a 6 point to clear somehow. So I got away with it. It's not that. It's not that good. Get hit. He gets to unstack the heavy 22 point. It's a lot more shots though. Much easier to bring home when missed. It's probably better when hit also. Yeah, it got me either way. I mean, if he's gonna roll this, I much prefer to be hit here. That's a tough one for me. No ace, thank you. Does sort of hit. He is not interested though, I assume. Okay, this looks like the priority. We'll hope we'll roll some working double at some point. Yeah, it's been a tough match. Yeah, we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards and see where my blunders are, which might be numerous. I can come in with a 3 and hit with a 6. Oh, this is a miss. Had it all the way. Easy peasy. Alrighty, I got XG going. Yeah, really tough but interesting match. And let's see what GNU says about my PR. Yeah, 3. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. If it is in fact a 3 in XG, I'm pretty happy with that. Since it was such a complicated match. Okay, so we got me on the bottom, superstar on the top. I assume this is the right match. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through this. We'll just take a look at my errors. Unless something super interesting comes up for me. I came up a little bit in XG. Yeah, a lot of blunders. 3 checker play blunders, 1 doubling blunder. Yeah, still kind of okay with a 4. But yeah, it should be interesting to see where I screwed this up. I think I missed a cube. Although, it didn't seem to be that big a deal though. Okay, good. Yeah, good take here. Obviously, white has this pretty big edge. No other. I'm not up on the bar anymore, and I got no other bloss in the outfield, which helps. Structure is underdeveloped, but still relatively sound. Only a 2-point board. I mean, this is sort of. I can't really give much advice for how to like evaluate this unless you have like a reference position in mind. The best you can do is just kind of like look at the relevant factors and try to weigh them appropriately, and then take an educated guess. And the more positions you see and get wrong or get right, the better you are at sort of guessing whether this is a take or not. I mean, turns out it's not. This one, I guess, isn't super difficult because it's not super thin, but it's getting a little close. Like plus eval will only take by 0.06. So even like, I don't know, if I had like another blot somewhere, it would be a pass. Or even if you move like 6 to 5 with one of white checkers, that'd probably be enough to push it into pass territory. But anyways, I get lucky and come back, and then I'm winning for a bit. Cubeful winning. Yeah, I don't like any option here, but usually I like to leave the. So I left the blot in the inner board. Usually I like to leave it in the outfield because it's sort of easier to clean up next turn. But I really like the distribution after my play. Right, I still have this spare here. I got these spares here, and I'm unstacking the heavy 6-point. So even though it might be a little inconvenient to like cover this guy, it's probably not too bad. Yeah, 4-4 seems suspicious to me. Up in the raise, he should be thinking just running all the way. So he should do this with his 4-4. And it looks like he sort of gets the picture of the next turn. Runs with the 5-3. fine. Oh, and then 4-4. Yeah, 4-4. I mean, I didn't love disengaging when I'm still down in the race a little bit, but the fact that I have these 2 outfield points to clear and he only has 1 outfield point to clear, that kind of means my timing is going to be worse. So I'm probably going to have to break first if I try to somehow keep both these points. So, okay, so I do disengage a bit. And then I think I just lose the race. I want to play 5-4-3. This looks a little funny to me. So obviously you take off the 3, and then the computer likes 5-4 with the ace, which I don't think a ton of players are doing. So I played 6-5, which I assume most people are doing that. Okay, so let's take a look. I mean, it's pretty small error, but I'm kind of curious. Oh, is it because? It might be because. Okay, so my missing numbers are 1s and 3s here. But the 1s and 3s both fill in gaps nicely. Like you can either play with the 3, you play 6-3 and it fills in the 3 gap, and with a 1 you can either play 6-5 or 4-3, like a missing 3 or missing 1. So how does my play do? Yeah, my play is a little worse on missing 3s, I guess. The 1s still play pretty productively, 5-4. Yeah, maybe it's the missing 3s. I don't know. Either way, I was a little loath to do this because it's a little thin on the 5 point. But of course, my play is a little thin on the 4 point. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you should really say this stuff tends not to be worth very much. So, I don't know if it's worth studying or not. Like, I guessed right here, apparently. First of all, I don't have a cube before the roll, right? I'm winning, but not a recube. Honestly, I couldn't. Okay, they're very close. I was going to say I couldn't tell the difference between the two. And then I saw like the 0.03 difference, and I'm like, why is there such a big difference? This versus this. I'm sure there's some numbers that play slightly better after this. Although I'm kind of not seeing them. Like what's the swing number here? Like 4. Let's see. Like for instance, 4-2 plays better after the wrong play a little bit. Although maybe it doesn't matter because you're just usually if you make the right play and roll 4-2, you're just cashing next turn anyways. But cubeless, this is better also according to the computer. 3-1. 3-1 plays a lot better after this versus this. Not a lot better, but because you have cube access. But that makes up for the cubeless difference, I think. Right, 3-1, you're left with a position with 11 misses. Because you got a gap on your ace after this one. Here you only have a few misses. You only have like 5 misses or something. If you roll 3-1 here, let's see, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. That's it. Yeah, 5 misses. Yes, I guess that's either the entirety of the difference or a big part of the difference. So you can figure that stuff out over the board if you have, if you're willing to take a minute or two, or you're just very good at like visualizing this stuff. All right, so I choose a pretty reasonable play here, splitting down. Like I like to split with the 3 and bring down the 2, but I didn't like the fact that it was like under the gun of these 3 builders. Like give him a lot of pointing numbers that way, and he's sort of happy to attack on the 4 point than the 3 point. Okay, this is good. Good. 2-2. Okay, so I build all the nice structure. Oh, then I roll an interesting, 2-1. Then I roll an interesting 6-5 here. Yes, double was early. He might have been thinking because he's down in the match so much that he can double aggressively, and that's true in like particularly gammonish positions. But this position isn't very gammonish. So actually, my take point is actually quite low at this score. When you ignore gammons, anyways. Obviously, you got to be careful about losing 4 here. But yeah, anyways, I get a 6-5, and I don't love this plan of running because he gets to attack me. But I think it's better than either like stuffing guys behind the anchor, leaving blots, or leaving a shot in the outfield, or giving up all this nice structure. Let's see what the higher Ravel says. Yeah, the higher Ravel definitely likes my play here. So second best, yeah, 8-3, 8-2. Yeah, builds a board. You hate to get hit with 3s, but at least he has a blot here, and you have a good board. I guess that wouldn't be too bad. Oh, 6-2. Okay, yeah, no, he played it correctly by going after me, trying to contain that back checker. Makes sense. I dance, and then it gets like wild and woolly for a while. Okay, so he hits me. I dance. I'm desperately trying to enter. Oh, right, and then I have this choice. Yeah, obviously jumping out doesn't win, really. Staying back, slotting the 5 does win. Apparently I'm like 8% or so if you do the play that tries to win. But you're getting, according to the computer, you're getting gammon close to 20, so it's not worth it at this score anyways. Different match scores, obviously, you stay back. But I'm paying pretty big to the gammons at this score. At the time, I didn't even think that won that much. 8%. I was thinking more like 3 or 4. But yeah, I guess you get to hang. I guess if you hang back, you do get to stay there for a while, you know. Or actually, if he points on you with like a 3-1, say, the ace point might stay open for a while. I mean, you get a 1-6 back there, but that's not worth that much with these blots here. So I guess you just get to like, I don't know, and when he doesn't point on you, you just get to hang it on the 4 point a lot. Say he rolls just like a 6-5 or something. But anyways, I do manage to save the gammon, and it's 2-2. Yeah, okay, yeah, I miss a pretty big cube here. Yeah, I didn't think this, definitely thought about cubing here. Oh, it's a pass already. Yeah, no, I'm way off here. I thought this would be like a very easy take, to be honest. Yeah, no, I'm just way off here. Yeah, I mean, partly it's due to the score that this is a pass in such a huge cube. But I guess the position is just awesome with this 4 prime, 2 guys back here shooting at this, and he definitely has his 2 point made. But let me show you what I mean about the score. Like, it's still a pretty strong double for money, but I guess it's going to be a fairly close take for money. Okay, so this is pretty instructive. I don't know why I was so off on this one. Okay, so this is the score-based eval. It's a pass by 0.1 or more. Money eval is a take by close to 0.1. Still a pretty strong cube though for money. Yeah, I would miss this all day for money. But yes, 3 away, 3 away. You got to be very aggressive with the cube and very careful about taking. So it's because like the reason is the qualitative reason is losing 1 point at this score isn't that bad. Like you're playing from 3 away, 2 away if you pass. Which, like, obviously you want to be the 2 away player. But the 3 away player gets to double very aggressively, and it's a little hard for the 2 away player to find a cube. So it's sort of an okay score to be at when you're 3 away and your opponent's 2 away. Quantitatively, you're still 40%. 3 away, 2 away. So it's just not that bad. Yeah, so that was the cube blunder. We still have some checker play. We still have some checker play blunders coming. And then I improve, and then I almost doubled the turn before, so I know it's a double. Good pass by the opponent. I find an okay compromise here. You know, you can go all out on the offense, 4 squared, 11 squared. I didn't love that due to the score a little bit. Because that both wins and loses more gammons, I believe. And so that makes the cube more useful for white and less useful for black. Or you're up 2 away, 3 away. I thought a little bit about making the 20. Just never get gammoned. But no, I do this thing. Sort of a good compromise. I do like putting pressure on the blot on his 9.2. And you can hit, obviously. And it's not too bad at most scores to hit, but usually hit on your opponent's side of the board or make 2 good points somewhere. Usually you want to make the 2 good points. Usually, not always. Okay, yeah, decent play with the 5-1 here. Probably rather have the 5 than the 7, but the distribution is so much nicer after slotting the 7 that this was pretty clear to me. He's just overrunning the position. 5-3. Okay. Okay, so there's no great play that enters on the 20 point, although it's probably better than my play to enter on the 20 point and then play 8-5. So I looked at this. I didn't like it because he was sort of attacking. So what do I do? Okay, so I enter with the 3 and then play 8-3, not hitting him at all, letting him anchor or run or maybe build with a good number. So I do this, which looks okay to me still. The computer wants to enter with the 3 and hit with the 5, keeping him from like doing stuff unless he rolls an ace. And I do have the stronger board. And there is this extra exposed white blot that I want to go after. So I guess this does make sense. I did see this play. I did consider it. I didn't like the fact that there was very few covers for this guy, but tactically, I guess it just makes a ton of sense compared to this position. It is kind of a common theme when your opponent splits with the 6. And you roll a 5, you are often hitting them on the ace point. Like often on the second roll of the game, that's what you want to do. 6-4, 5-2 or something. It's like imperative to hit here with the 5. Probably slightly less imperative with the builder isn't as good. But it's still kind of always okay if you can't do anything else productive. You hit and split. Because he's threatening to make that 18-point anchor, and so you want to like sort of minimize the rolls that do that, and you get to split at the same time. Okay, but yeah, he sort of does what I let him do, right? With the 6. Because I didn't hit him. Okay, here, yeah, you get a hit with the A's, and the best 2 is to split again. Not too dangerous. Okay, 24, 22, okay, 8-5. Okay, so I really go for it here. Does not work. I'm really worried about getting doubled every single roll here. Oh, the here might be too good. What about here, though? I don't know what to do here if I got doubled. This score, this 3-away, 2-away score, I got to be really careful about taking. So this would be like a very, very easy take for money, I guess. But yeah, pretty tough at the score. Yes, back to 2 good. Back to no double after I hit him. Okay, doesn't like this play, although it's a little hard to follow through on. So obviously you're hitting with the 3 in the outfield. The 1 is a little questionable, right? Like I'm so thin over here, so I don't necessarily want to be attacking, but Just because this builder isn't really good for anything except maybe hitting on the 2-point, I kind of go for it. The computer does like it, although 18 to 17 after hitting with the 3 isn't too bad. It does work, and then I can't cover, right? Because I don't have that many cover numbers. But I make all this nice structure. He rolls tremendously, and then, okay, come in and hits, which is wrong apparently. He just wants to come in and play 18 to 17. My play wins more gammons, but loses too many gammons. So this might be a little score-based error. It does work, and then, oh, it does want to pick up here. Yeah, no, I saw this. Well, first of all, it wants to double, which I didn't really consider at this score where I don't know. I still win a bunch of gammons. I still lose a bunch of gammons too, though. So the fact that I lose a bunch of gammons, I mean, I'm going to be killing his gammons by doubling. Like, I'm going to double him, he's going to take, and then you're going to double it right back to 4, and then no one can win a gammon, right? Then the gammon's like useless for everybody. So I guess that means, the gammon situation, which would normally, the fact that I win a bunch of gammons, would normally be an argument for not doubling at this score. That argument is, I think, diminished because I'm also killing the other guy's gammons by doubling. So for instance, I think if you had these cubeless numbers, 64% cubeless wins, 20% cubeless gammons, but he didn't win quite as many gammons. Actually, we should maybe just go to the cube. But like, if he didn't win any gammons whatsoever, then maybe you wouldn't cube this. Well, yeah, a little tricky. But the checker play is apparently a pretty big blunder. Obviously, I did see this. If I would have played 18 to 12, 5 to 4, I think, so as not to leave any shots in the outfield. Yeah, apparently the computer just wants to play all tidy with either this or this. I was going to do that, but then I thought, like, oh, after 18 to 12, 12 to 11 is like a really productive ace because it bears on the open. It bears on the open 5 points. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's worth not picking up because I get to play this really productive ace. But no, the computer just says it's too dangerous. Especially at the score. I'm upping his gammons a bit. Yeah, I get punished. Do enter. Apparently there's a double take. I don't know what I would have done if I got doubled here. Okay, my checker play is actually okay, cubeless. Not great. But should go double pass after my play, according to the computer here. Locking up the 5 and not hitting as much as the computer's top choice. This does seem to hit a lot more. And he should cash this one in. Oh, look at that. Look at that checker play. Look at the size of that no double error. Woof. 0.5. That is really huge for no double error. That's about as big as it can be. In fact, I think for money, like ignoring score stuff and ignoring gammon stuff, I think 0.5 is the largest money no double error you can make. I think. Maybe even considering gammons. Like here you have a perfectly efficient double because you have exactly 75% winning chances. And it's maximally volatile because you either win or lose after your roll. So I think at least ignoring match scores and ignoring gammons, I think this is the largest no double error you can make. for money, or it says 0-0 in a very long match. So it's pretty impressive to find a no double error that's like bigger than this. And it should be the same. It should be the same error here. What funny position is this? This is still marginal. Obviously, white's superficially better here than here, but I think it's kind of in some sense it's kind of the same position. Where you're cubeless, you're much worse here. Black is much worse here than here, right? You see 75% here. Black is 75% here. Cubeless, he's 81% here. He's a lot better here, right? But it kind of doesn't matter, because if black misses, then white has the same position. Black rolls a 3-2, and then white's on roll, and he has the exact same position. So it should go is double marginal take pass. So again, I think theoretically, I believe this is the lowest cubeless winning chances you can have, and have a marginal take pass decision. 18.75, and it's because like the cube is like maximally efficient, and then if you take and white misses here, say, you get a maximally efficient cube. Okay, so where were we? We're at 3-2. Yeah, so I screw up the 6-1. He punishes me, and apparently this is double take, and then I should go double pass. I do hit him one more time. So he doesn't double this when he should. Oh yeah, I hit him one more time. I try to keep things spread out in the outfield because I want to focus on trying to make my 7 points. And then I probably actually miss a cube here. I mean, his take points are raw 25 here, which he has with some room, I would say. Yeah, with a lot of room. But if I hit him on the 7 and he dances, I think that's going to be a pretty solid pass. So I kind of think this rolls out to be a double. I mean, maybe not, but it's at least close. Yeah, some huge take, but it's close to it. It's either a double or close to a double at this score, because a lot of these sequences where you hit and then white misses, white could even miss with like a 1-5 or something. You do lose your market. In other words, white will have a pass. So yeah, this is a double, in fact, on the rollout. Okay, so I do hit with the 6, and the computer pretty reasonably wants to spread things out. I played a little badly, but I just get hit and gammoned. Fine. Okay, now it is 3-4. This is gammon go. Obviously, I'm going to try to blitz him. Although here, I actually saw this play where you can make the 20 instead of making the 4, but I thought, well, due to the score, don't I want to make the 4 here because I want to up the gammons? It's 2 away, 1 away Crawford. No, computer says no. Despite the gammon situation, this just wins so much more, or enough more to compensate for the gammons. And I guess the computer's point is this doesn't win that many more gammons than this does. Okay, get the backman going. I didn't love this play, but I don't know what else to do. I didn't want to leave another shot in the outfield. Okay, make a decent play here. 13-10, 22-21, leaving blots everywhere. But can't be gammon at the score. And I do need to get the backmen going, up 23 in the race, so I try it. Computer likes it. The opponent attacked me, which looked a little weird at the time, but it's not too bad. It does work. Oh yeah, the game still stays like pretty funny. Like I'm kind of in trouble here a little bit, but he rolls this horrible 4-4. I roll a decent 3-2. He hits me, I dance. Oh, then the 5-4. Yeah, I wasn't sure to weigh the factors here. This is tough. They're two such different plays. I mean, I thought it was fairly clear that, okay, so you enter with the 5. If you're going to run off an anchor, I thought it was fairly clear 22 to 18 was better than 20 to 16. But I wasn't like 100% sure about even that, because you kind of, like, you're down in the race so much, you kind of want the deep anchor to maintain, like, long-term pressure on these 2 points. But I just didn't like coming out of the outfield like this, leaving them direct 6s here. So that's why I decided, okay, if I'm going to split off an anchor, I'll do this. But I wasn't really sure how to, like, compare that to the play that keeps both anchors and really screws up the front position. Like, obviously, if this didn't screw up the front position as much, I would definitely keep both anchors for both the short and the long-term contact. But I wasn't sure it was worth messing up the position that much. So I do this, and apparently it's a little too risky. I mean, not that he's hitting here, and he might get to attack here with some of his normally bad numbers. Like a 3-1 would be bad if you keep both. If I keep both anchors, now it's very good for him. But luckily he misses. I hit him. And then, okay, so I played 22 to 15 because I like getting into direct range of the guy on the 10 points, and I'm leaving him 5s back, which are kind of duplicated with the entering numbers. So what's wrong with that? This is what I do. Pretty diverse. You know, he dances. I have 5s to hit here, and then other stuff builds inside. So what does the computer do? Well, the computer does this. A lot more flexible in the outfield. If he dances, I mean, I guess I still have a ton of hits on the guy on the 10 points. Right, I have 7s, 8s, and 10s that hit. All 7s, 8s, and 10s. Although 4-4-3 is duplicated. So 7s, 8s, and 10s. That's as many as 15 shots actually. Oh, so that's funny. That's the same as the number of shots from the 15 point. Of course, I also have a 6-4 to hit him. So you get more hits here. But yeah, I guess it's generally being flexible and not getting hit back as much. 2-5-5-5 makes this the right play. Like you do my play, and I'm getting hit with 2-5-5-5. Here, yeah, I might get hit with 5-5, but in his inner board, 2-5 doesn't hit. Okay, I guess I can see this now. Okay, I do get to hit him. I do get to make my beautiful 2 points. Load up the builders. 18 to 13, 8 to 6, or 18 to 11 are very close. They both get 4 builders, basically. I get 5 builders. I finally build the points, and then I don't gammon them. Okay, don't gammon them. It goes to double match point. Fine. Okay, so there's three plays here. They're all pretty close. I guess making the 2 would be more attractive if gamma's counted for me. I feel like I've seen this decision a few times. But yeah, I just sort of build the best point. Out of curiosity, for money where gammas go both ways, you're supposed to make the 2 point here. Okay, yeah, you are maybe, but it's as close with making the 7. 20 to 11 is still pretty close. Make a decent asset and escape a guy. Oh, here you hit on the 14, I guess. This position could happen. Okay, so I chose a decent play with the 6-4. He goes a little crazy. Okay, I make a cute play here, I guess. 3-1. I mean, I assume most people are hitting twice here. Bar 24, 24 to 21, which is a blunder apparently at the score. This guy probably wins the most gammons, but it's double match points. He's often playing a back game here, but even if he's not playing a back game, he's playing some sort of holding game with a million men back, right? So hitting the guy on the ace point kind of like recirculates that badly placed checker for him. Because especially badly placed, because you want to, when you have like a lot of checkers back, you don't want an impure front position, right? Because like you're gonna be like maybe playing a back game, say, and then hitting a late shot, and then you need to contain that late shot. You don't want like your low points made. You want all those checkers in like, you know, on like the good points to like try to contain that late hit checker. And there's one reason anyways. Where like you really don't want stuff on the low points with a lot of checkers back. And like since he's already down in the race so much after I hit the guy on the 21, hitting the guy on the 24 doesn't really help that much because it's not like he's winning a straight race anyways. So picking up another 24 pips in the race, it's not that helpful when he's already going to be down 40 pips or something after my play. Like who cares if he's down 40 or 60 pips, you know? He's just not winning a race. Okay, so the computer does agree with me. He's trying to play some sort of back game. Here he kind of wisely, he sagely upgrades the anchor. Although actually the computer doesn't mind hitting on the 5 point here. Yeah, one funny play you can do is 8 to 5, 6 to 4. Try to get hit everywhere and like make some sort of massive back game, which is wrong, but it's not like too bad. Let's see what the computer thinks about that one. So it's not even on this radar screen, but yeah, honestly, I don't think it's that bad a play. 6 to 4. Yeah. Isn't that funny? So computer only thinks it's wrong by 0.015. I mean, it's not necessarily saying it's right, but you do this. Now if I roll an ace or a deuce, I'm forced to hit one of these low checkers because I got 2 on the roof, right? And then he comes in and almost certainly makes a second, sometimes a third anchor along the way, and he plays sort of like this decently timed back game probably. So I guess you could try this. I mean, it might be good against like a weak player who doesn't know how to defend against a back game well. It's a funny play though. That was the first play I saw. I wouldn't have done it, especially against like a decent player. I mean, I might have played something like 8 to 5, 24 to 22 though. But his play is obviously fine. Okay, so I make the 2 point here, but you can also go to the 11 points. Try to use these checkers to build better points than the 2 points. Okay, find a decent play here. So it likes to make the 1 point with 2 of them, and this says you can either play 20 to 8, or what I did, 20 to 14, 13 to 7 with the last 2, rebuilding the 7 points, but leaving 2s and 3s in the outfield, as opposed to what? Just 2s here, but not having the 7 point. 2s and some 7s. Can I just hit him? I hate that he got the second anchor here. He's got like an okay game now, even with his crappy front stuff. R16. Okay, so no choice here. Here I do have a choice, right? Two different game plans. Once again, I'm a little loath to recirculate that badly placed checker on the ace point and possibly improve his back game timing. But I thought there was still a chance it was right, because this plan that I chose gives him like forward going chances. Like he can maybe build up an offensive structure, at least try, and then when he fails, which he probably will fail, but he still has like a 3-5 back game to fall back on. But still, it's better. I guess it's better than recirculating this checker. And he was forced to recirculate. I think I play the next two correctly, or at least decently. I don't know why it hates it. I don't know why it likes 8 to 7 so much better than 8 to 6. I mean, it's very close, but why not do what I did? Because, like, I don't know. Like, okay, so I don't know if he's supposed to hit this with, like, with very much. I guess he's hitting, like, 5-3 doesn't hit this, right? Because he enters somewhere and covers the 5-point blot. I suppose with 3-3 and 5-5 he is hitting this guy. I mean, we can check what the computer says, but I guess that's the problem with my play, and the computer just wants to sort of tidy up and leave a little bit of awkward stack here. Okay, say you do my play. He's up on the bar, and then he rolls like 5-3. I'm like pretty sure you don't hit here. I think it's more important to lock up the awesome 5 point. Yeah, by good margin. 5-5, you get to enter, hit, and cover the 5 point with good forward going chances. You're sort of giving up somewhat on the back game plan. So I think you do actually hit here, as opposed to just like playing 20-5 or something. Although actually there's a better play than that doesn't hit, but still. Yeah, okay, so the computer likes to hit here, although it's quite close. It says this is close with the good hit play. And then 3-3 is probably similar, where hitting is like okay, but there's like other reasonable stuff that doesn't hit. Is that right? Yes. Although here hitting is a little clearer, maybe because you get to keep the deep anchor. But yeah, this isn't too bad. It's not a blunder or anything. So where were we? Okay, 1-1 I maybe play a little incorrectly. I do get to go. Oh yeah, I get a little fancy here. I kind of stop on the 21 points. First of all, this guy's arrested and this guy's arrested, right? So I'm going to have to like break the 7 point and then play 2 more somewhere. Or maybe, I guess you could play 20-15, 7-4. But I didn't like that because I still think now I want to hit everything. I want to give him too much timing, keep him up on the bar while I clear my outfield points and outfield blocks, while I bring him into my home board. So I was hoping just to hit more checkers. So that's why I do this, giving me the ability to hit either or both of these guys. Although I do have to put a guy on my ace point, which I don't like. So there's other play where you can play 24-18, 7-4 squared with 2 of them, and then you can maintain a little bit more flexibility, but you don't get hit as much. Anyways, the plan kind of works. Okay. I don't remember what happens. Oh, 4-1. Shoot, this is a big error. Okay, so this is the second blunder. It wants to leave 11 shots instead of 20 shots. While White's board isn't together. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely wasn't confident about this at the time. Right, it wants to do this, and then I didn't like that I get missed, and then how do I bring this home? I got to clear. Somehow I got to clear the 6 points. So I said, okay, I'm just going to leave 20 shots now and have a much easier ride home when missed. I guess maybe one problem with this is it's not trivial to bring this home after getting missed. I mean, aside from the extra 9 shots, obviously. Like I still have a lot of blot numbers here. 6-5, for instance. Six, even stuff with threes in it. Right, 6-3-5-3-4-3-3-3. They're all blot numbers. 3-1. Oh, 3-1. Look how 3-1 plays. 3-1 is awful. Yeah, I guess that's the key. Seeing this isn't, although this is easier to bring home when missed. It's not super easy to bring home. You know. The 3-1. This is funny. You do this. 3-1 actually plays safely, but you do have, obviously you do have a bunch of problems here. 6-3, 6-3, 5-3, 4-3 are still horrible. Yeah, okay. So I guess it would be worth like a few more shots to do this, but just not, 9 shots is too expensive. All right, yeah, he seems to do an okay job trying to contain this checker. Oh, this is tough play. Computer wants to spread things out a little more. He builds a 0.7 away from my blot, which is a little weird. Does get to hit with it though. He misses, and then I blow past him. All right, well, that was a pretty interesting match. We can take one last look at my blunders. This is sort of a good lesson for me. Like this comes up, I know. And like I said, often it comes up in the context of leaving just like a couple extra shots. Like if he just has 1 anchor. So it's going to be easily worth it to leave like a couple extra shots for a much easier ride home. It's just not worth 9 extra shots here. It says my play is worse than 6-1, which can't be right. But like it says I made the worst play, but no, obviously my play is better than not taking a checker off. So what else did I do? 6-1. Yeah, this is tougher. This is tougher to glean. This is tougher to glean a concept from, I would say. This is partly score based, I think. Yeah, my play does fine for the win. Just loses too many gammons. And then this, yeah, this might be an easier play than I was giving it credit for. Yeah, stronger board. Blot on the 7 point. Yeah, hitting with the 5 is a lot going for it. Oh, and there was a Q blunder, which yeah, I just way misevaluated this position. I always notice this structure where you have this 4 prime from the 8 to the 5, and the other guy has 2 or more checkers on the 1 point. This structure is always like very powerful. Like it's sort of more powerful than it looks to me. It's like it gives white like more problems than it seems to be. And then I got like decent stuff on the other side of the board too. So yeah, I should find this. This is pretty bad, especially at this 3-away score. Like I didn't double. It's a pretty big pass already. I didn't double this, so I have no excuse. Okay, well that was instructive. Yeah, hope you got something out of this, and yeah, feel free to leave me a comment or question down below, and yeah, we will see you next time.